In this video lesson, we are going to discuss about how to pass arguments or parameters to a user-defined method. Here we have taken 3 text fields. Now the user inputs the two numbers in the first and second text fields, and when the user clicks the sum button, then the sum is displayed in the third text field. Now the two values which are input by the user in the first and second text fields, these two values are to be passed as parameters to the user defined method. So let us see how it goes. So we are going to define our own method. Suppose void and receive values. This is the name of the method we are giving, and as we are passing two values, so we are writing here int a. Suppose we are dealing with the integers only, and int b. The method we are this body starts here. We have third variable, suppose sum, and simply sum equals to a plus b, and this sum needs to be put in the third text field. We have the text field 3.set text method, and jtext field 3.set text plus sum. Okay, this is the body of the method, user defined method, and name of the method we have defined is receive values. Okay, now we want this method to be called automatically whenever the user clicks the display sum button. So here we have to write the appropriate codes. We have to take two variables, suppose x and y. We have to extract the values from the first two text fields using the getText method. So we have to write here integer dot parseInt, that is the wrapper class we shall use. jtext field 1 dot getText. In the same fashion, we have to assign the value for the variable by, which will be extracted from the second text field. Okay, now we are going to call the user defined method receive values. Okay, and we are passing x comma y and as arguments or parameters to the given method. Okay, if we run this application, see what happens. First value is 50, second value is suppose 100, and if we are clicking the display sum button, then sum is being displayed. 150 is shown in the third text field. So what exactly is happening here? The user defined method is receive values. If we check its prototype, then we find that its return type is void, means it is not going to return any value whenever and basically wherever we call it. Okay, and here within these parentheses we have written int a comma int b. What does it mean? It means these two values are being passed to this method as parameter or argument. Means whenever or wherever we are calling this method, that is receive values method, we have to pass two values to this method. First value that is passed while calling the method, that will be assigned to the variable a, and the second value will be assigned to the variable b. Okay, this is the definition part of the method. And if we look at the calling part of the method, here what we have done is we have declared two variables x and y, and the values of x and y are being obtained from the first and second text field respectively. Now this is calling of the method receive values. When we are calling this method within these parentheses, what we have done is we have written x comma y. What does it mean? It means that the value of the variables x and y, these values are being passed to the receive values method. Whatever the value of x is there, that will be assigned to a, and whatever the value of y is there, that will be assigned to b. And accordingly sum is calculated in the receive values method, and it is displayed in the third text field. So these values, or basically the values, these values or parameters are known as the actual variables or the actual parameters. The variables which are associated with function name during function call. Here this is the function call, and x value, x and y, these two values are associated with this function while this function is being called. These values are known as the actual variables or actual parameters, we can say. Okay, and the values or the variables or the parameters which accept the actual variables inside the function are called formal variables. In this example, a and b are formal variables or formal parameters, we can say, or we can say formal arguments, whereas x and y are actual arguments or parameters or variables. So one more point to be noted here is, it's not always necessary that we give different names to the actual parameter and the corresponding formal parameter. We can write x comma y also, same name of the variables x and y. If we run the program, this program, we find that this program is perfectly valid. 66, 77, 143, it's perfectly valid. Means the name of actual parameters as well as the formal parameters, that may be corresponding formal parameters, may be same. So in this example what we have learnt is that how to pass values to a user defined methods, and what do we mean by the term actual parameters and the term formal parameters. Now one more thing we can do is we can return the value from a given method. In such a scenario, what we have to do is we have to change its return type. So we have, instead of void, we are writing here int. So here what we shall do is we shall write the return statement. We can write return and the value that needs to be returned, in this example sum, and the where we have called is we have to declare one more method, suppose ints, and we may write here s equals to receive values, and this value may be utilized like this. Okay, we have made certain changes to the program, and if we check the definition of the function, its return type is int, means it shall return integer value wherever we call it, and we have to write the return statement to return the desired value. And now where we call this method, okay, we have written s equal to receive values then x and by, means if the value this receive values method receives two values x and y and returns a single value, and that value will be assigned to s, and accordingly we are putting that value in the third text field. So let us rerun the program, and we are inputting this time 77 and 88, and we find that the sum is being returned. So in this video lesson we learnt about passing parameters to the user-defined method, what are actual parameters, what are formal parameters, and how we can return a value from a given method. Hope this video lesson helps the students in understanding these concepts.